Alright, so I want to talk about my journey from the beginning to the end really quickly. Honestly, I made another video about this, but it was so long that I didn't want to upload it. I want to just give you guys the basics, how I got from where I started to where I am now, the resources I looked for along the way, and kind of just my struggle. It's not easy for everybody, and I think a lot of people see me now because everything I post is from now, unless I throw a transformation picture in there every once in a while. But it wasn't easy along the way to get motivated, to stay motivated, to learn and adapt and learn how to get bigger. I mean, my goal has always been to build more muscle. So when I was a kid, my mom was a personal trainer. She's been a personal trainer for, 30 years now. So growing up, I was always around the gym. My mom mostly worked from home. We have a gym in our house, not like a fully equipped gym, not like Gold's Gym or LA Fitness. Obviously, you can't fit that in a home, but pretty good for a gym. I mean, when I go home, sometimes I'll work out there. You can do pretty much anything. Leg day's a little bit hard, but I mean, that's just because I like to push mad weight. So I actually rebelled against, I never wanted to lift weights. She would always try to get me to, but it wasn't my thing. I really like to play computer video games. RuneScape, see me, oh my god, I'm nice. I'm still got my account password if you want to, meet up in game. Okay, never mind. So I was never really athletic as a kid, and it made me not want to play sports. I tried pretty much everything. Some of my most vivid memories were from sucking at baseball and soccer. It's kind of embarrassing. But when I get to middle school, I decided I want to get out there and start doing some sports. So I chose Taekwondo, and I actually really liked it. And it was the first time I really started to feel athletic, and I could do sports, if that's the verb, do sports, said from an athletic point of view. And I really enjoyed just being physically active. And I was on the demonstration team, which I felt was a huge honor. See me at the nunchucks, by the way. I can do double nunchucks super fast. I'm pretty much Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris. So when I went into high school, I wanted to do something that was a little bit cooler for, lots of peer pressure at that time. So I started playing lacrosse, and I made a lot of friends playing lacrosse, and it was fantastic. So when I went into 9th grade, I tried out for the team, and somehow I made the JV team. I sucked. I was horrible. I played midfield. But then we didn't have a goalie. So I decided that I would offer to play goalie, and I did. And let me tell you now, goalies are weird. I was weird at that time. Goalies are weird. I'm still weird, but who likes to get rubber balls thrown at them at 80, 90 miles per hour every day for practice and in games? I don't know. So the important part of this is that we had lacrosse conditioning where we lifted weights, and this is really the first exposure I got to lifting weights myself, and I really enjoyed it. I found that I grasped the technique very easily, and I just liked really pushing myself in that medium. So later we changed coaches, and our conditioning became more actual conditioning, as I would think about it in the traditional sense of running and more aerobic activities. And I just didn't like it. So I started lifting with a couple guys on my team being trained by my mom. And this is where it became very useful, where I learned so much about lifting. And I started to really enjoy, especially lifting with a group of guys. It was awesome. So this actually became really something I did on my own. After my junior and senior year, I would lift on my own after school in the school gym before practice. And then when I graduated, it kind of just stuck. I went into college, and the person who became my best friend also loved lifting weights. We would go to lacrosse practice together, and then after we would go to the gym like clockwork. And don't get me wrong, I was never perfect at this stage. There were still days where we skipped. There were still days where we fell off, maybe even a couple days. But it got more consistent. My sophomore year, I gained 22 pounds, which was a huge stride. That really made me realize that I can do this. And that was mostly through bodybuilding.com, to be honest. That was where I got the main portions of the advice that I took. And now looking back, it's probably not the best resource, but the basics are the same. Eat a lot, lift hard, and you're going to grow. Work in a hypertrophy range, do some strength training. That's like the traditional mixing it up. No, it doesn't work, by the way. Progressive overload, things like that, and they started to work. So after time, I decided that computer science, which was my major at the time, wasn't my route. I wanted to do something more with health, and I could never really find what I wanted to do. But then my sister sent me the picture of the JMU booklet saying dietetics, and I looked into it and I was like, this is what I want to do. I knew nothing about the industry at the time. So I delved in. I finished my prereqs, got into the major, started studying for the next 2 years, and that's when everything really changed. That's when it became my main priority. My diet went from, very basic diet. Maybe I ate a little bit healthier than most people, just because I was kind of raised that way. But I didn't know why. I didn't know what the nutrients did. I didn't know how to optimize my body composition, how to force myself to grow, how to lose fat with maintaining lean muscle mass. And these were all the things that I learned on the way to where I am now. And it wasn't just learning about nutrition. I learned so much about training, and that was through learning how to find good information. I think that was one of the biggest portions. Learn how to critically look at a piece of information and determine if it was good or bad, or if it was true or just a fad. So then I graduated, and I decided what I wanted to do was this. I wanted to give people free information. I don't want to be a dietitian in the traditional sense of working in a hospital or working with low-income populations on how they can feed themselves. Of course, budget will always be a piece of what I do, because I'm a college student still, master's student. I have less money than I did in undergrad. I'm in debt. So the things that I want to provide is what you guys want, what you guys need. And I'm going to just keep making videos about different topics, whatever pops into my head, whatever people ask me about. If you guys have questions, please ask me. DM me on Instagram, email me, trevorlomaxfitness@gmail.com. However you want to contact me. Comment on this video, comment on my other videos, ask questions, be critical of me. Help me get better so I can help you guys get better. Whatever you guys are looking for, I will help you along the way. Most of my information is going to be nutrition, because I think there's a lot of good fitness information out there, and I don't really want to be redundant. If you guys do want some of my fitness routines or my workouts or whatever, ask me. I'm willing to put it out there. Filming in the gym right now is kind of difficult because they don't allow it, but I'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So if you like this video, comment below, like it, give it that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little bell so you can get the notification on my new videos. DM me anything that you want to learn about. I don't care if we've never talked before or if we're best friends. DM me topics you want to hear about. So, thanks for watching.